How's my hair? Good?
Good.
Am I ready for this? All right. Am I ready? Okay.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Wicked Kitchen. Today, we're gonna make some amazing vegan breakfast tacos. I'm gonna show you how to make the most incredible tofu scramble, not like you've seen before. This one is so delicious and has so much flavor. And these are really great to make if you're on the go, if you're just sitting around the breakfast table, whatever occasion you want. These are amazing tacos. So I have all the ingredients laid out in front of me. It's really, really simple if you lay out everything. Most of the times I don't do that at home, but I will for this video shoot. There's a mix of corn and flour tortillas, and I'm gonna put these right into some tin foil. So I'm gonna pop these in the oven right before we need to serve them. Now you don't have to do this, but I really enjoy the warmth of a warm tortilla. It's like amazing. So when I was living in America, down in LA, I had some of the best tacos ever. Been to Mexico a few times, amazing. So much better down there, obviously, but here in the UK, there's not as much Mexican food as I would like to see, and I'm so used to having it. So I like to make it on my own. And I'm gonna show you how to make it. I also have some vegan cheese. Again, I'm using the Follow Your Heart. I am not being paid to advertise these guys. I just really enjoy it. If I like a brand, I'm gonna stick behind it. So I love the Follow Your Heart. This is the smoked Gouda. I'm gonna slice that. That's gonna go on afterwards. So the key, first thing, is the tofu. Actually, lied. First thing is the cauliflower. So the difference between our scramble is that I like to add cauliflower. And the reason why I like to add cauliflower is because when it's all colored and a little bit yellow, so it looks like egg, it reminds me of egg, it's these clusters that look like really nice pieces of scramble. And the texture of the cauliflower with the tofu is amazing. I have some water boiling here and I'm gonna blanch it. Well, it's almost boiling. I'm gonna blanch that in a second. Okay, so take a nice firm, extra firm block of tofu and I just break it up into large chunks. You know, I don't like really small bits. I like kind of big. And it'll break up in the pan as you're cooking it as well. I'm gonna get a bigger bowl because I am lame and I forgot the big bowl. Okay, so I'm gonna add this tofu right to this big bowl here. And I'm gonna add the cauliflower to, it's almost boiling, it's good enough for me. I'm gonna let that blanch. So when I add the cauliflower to the water, the boiling water, I'm just gonna let it blanch for about a minute to 2 minutes. I'm not looking to make it mushy, I just wanna take that bite off of it a little bit so it's not as crunchy and it's more soft, like you're gonna be chewing into a scrambled egg. Just so you know, I preheated the oven to 200 degrees Celsius, and that in America is 400 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's been boiling for about 2 minutes. A bit of steam there. And I'm just gonna strain this and come back. It's a cauliflower. So it's obviously hot and it's a little bit al dente. Definitely get the bite off of it. Add it right to the tofu. So now you got the cauliflower, the tofu in here. I'm gonna start adding a little bit of the ingredients. So I'm gonna take a little bit of turmeric, probably half a teaspoon. Half of these small teaspoons. It's not really a teaspoon, it's kind of like a demi-spoon. So half of that. I'll make sure the full recipe is linked in the description. I'm gonna add about 3/4 to a teaspoon of cumin. Right, so that's that. I'm gonna add also about 1/4 teaspoon of smoked paprika. I'm also gonna add about 1/4 teaspoon of granulated onion. And then I'm gonna add a good pinch of black pepper. I'm a big fan of the black pepper. I'm gonna add also probably about 1/2 teaspoon of kosher salt. I will get this cast iron heated up. Oops. And while that's heating, I'm gonna mix up the tofu. So a lot of the tofu scrambles that I've had, they just don't have a lot of flavor, and I'm looking for a good amount of flavor, you know. These are gonna be tacos, so we can be bold and bright and vibrant colors and just have it taste delicious. If it doesn't taste good, I'm not gonna eat it. Alright, so we have that ready.
Sorry, can we get a tiny bit more?
Tiny bit more? How's that? Me and you are gonna go at it later. We're just starting to. So the pan's getting hot. So make sure the pan is wicked hot. And that's semi-wicked hot. Add a little bit of plant-based butter, about a teaspoon. Oh, my stomach is growling, I'm starving. Let's just add this right to it, okay? So I'm making quite a bit. I'll probably have some leftovers for tomorrow, which I can put together and microwave quick or even take to work. What I like to do is make a fair amount of food so I always have leftovers. If I'm ever in a pinch or in a rush, I know I can just jump in the fridge.
4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Well, reach into the fridge. And let this saute for a couple minutes. And you'll see the turmeric starts to really come alive and the colors in it starts to get a little bit more yellow.
Nobody calls me yellow.
And I'm good with how it looks like yellowy white because that reminds me of scrambled eggs. And I do not miss eating eggs at all. You know, if you're new to eating plant-based or going vegan, whichever level you're at, I'm really proud of you. And what I would say is it's really easy. Once you just eliminate the thought of having any animal products on your plate, it is so easy to go plant-based. The health benefits of it just naturally are amazing. You know, not to mention the animal welfare part. I personally do not need anything to die for me to live a happy, successful, amazing life. Starting to smell really nice. I do want to make sure that the flavoring's right, so I'm just going to taste it quick. Excellent. So we have these. I'm going to pop in the oven in a minute just to finish them off. Great thing about the cast iron pan is that it goes right in the oven. It's one of my favorite things about it. It's evenly distributed heat and in and out of the oven, so I can call it pan roasting, where I start it on the stove, finish it in the oven. And I'm going to pop that in the oven with the taco shells. And the taco shells. And while that's going, I'm gonna prep up. So I'm gonna use baby spinach in there. We're gonna use some black beans. And we're gonna use some coriander or cilantro. You know, it's funny, some people really don't like coriander or cilantro and it makes them ill. And I feel really bad for you guys because it's one of the most delicious herbs if you can eat it. So I'm just gonna use a little bit of here. Just a quick chop. We'll have that ready. Black beans, I warmed up ahead of time. They're just canned black beans. I am not opposed to using canned. It's really simple and easy, and I have a ton in the cupboard. Also, I bought some store-bought salsa, so whatever your favorite salsa is, just buy that. Or make it if you have the time. I just don't always have the time in the morning. And this is a quick breakfast that I can throw together. So I'm gonna also prep the cheese. So I tend to always have a pack or two of the, whatever your favorite vegan cheese is, in the fridge. So I'm just gonna use 2 slices for, probably get 3 tacos out of this. Have that ready to go. Okay, so I'm gonna pull that out and I'm gonna put them back on the stove because what I wanna do, just like that quick. Beautiful, it's looking great. So what I'm gonna do, remember this pan is wicked hot, okay? I'm gonna add the spinach right to here, just to wilt them down a little bit. Because if I decide to take these to work, I don't want to feel like the lettuce is wilted or this or that. So I'm gonna prepare for that ahead of time. And it'll just take a minute to get this spinach wilted. And I'm gonna grab the tortillas. All right, so let's get ready to plate these up. Right here, nice warm tortillas. This is great for Sunday breakfast, Saturday breakfast, heck, Monday breakfast. I'm gonna do 3. Put these back. So, I'm going to start building them. Get a little bit of taco mix, a little bit of the scramble. Doesn't take a lot to fill a taco. So from here, I'm going to add some of the black beans. These are also really high in protein, you guys. We have beans in here, we have the tofu, cauliflower is delicious. This is super plant powered. I'm also gonna add a little bit of salsa. I like things super spicy, so I have the extra hot spicy salsa. You can get the mild ones. You could just put ketchup on it if you want. I wouldn't suggest that, but however you like them, you make them. You're in control in the kitchen. And a little bit of the cheese, you guys. This is the finishing touch here. This and the cilantro. Awesome. So good. A couple flakes of cilantro. Coriander, sorry. And then I am gonna plate them up. So. There you have it, you guys. This is the amazing breakfast tacos. Enjoy them. They're amazing, you guys. Catch us next time down the line. If you look around, there's plenty of other videos you can check out. Anyways, enjoy these vegan breakfast tacos. They're the best you're ever gonna have. Thank you. To the wall.
What's it broken again? Sorry.
Okay. I am gonna kick you.
Just not actual.
Okay, we're just gonna do this again for hacks. It's
his first day. We are putting the bloopers in.
Before you were using the camera.